The case involves foster care in the city of Philadelphia and whether a Catholic social services agency can be denied a contract for child placement because of its refusal to work with same-sex couples. Our Devin Dwyer went to Philadelphia for a closer look at this dispute and the children caught in the middle.
For nearly 30 years, Sharonell Fulton has opened her Philadelphia home to dozens of the city's most vulnerable children.
I have room in my house and time in my life, and I want to make a difference.
The Catholic mother of 3 has been a foster mother to more than 40, her kids coming from families often broken by drugs and abuse.
You make them a pie, you kiss them, you tell them it's going to be all right. And that's how I do it.
In 2018, Fulton's work as a foster parent for Catholic Social Services was abruptly put on hold after the city froze its contract with the agency over its refusal to work with same-sex couples.
I was devastated. I just couldn't believe it. Catholic Social Service does wonderful work, and we have children that hurt, and we need the service.
Philadelphia, in a push to recruit more foster families, made clear that discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation was forbidden under city contracts. Deputy Mayor Cynthia Figuera, herself a Catholic, told Catholic Social Services it could no longer refuse gay and lesbian parents and continue receiving taxpayer funds.
This is a voluntary contract. We don't hold any provider to commit to having to sign if they don't want to adhere to the contract language. So to the city, it's pretty straightforward. You've entered into a contract that says very explicitly that you are to serve all and any, and that's neutrally applied to all providers.
The agency and Catholic foster parent Sharonell Fulton sued the city, alleging they were targeted for their religious beliefs in violation of the First Amendment. Lower federal courts rejected those claims, but now the U.S. Supreme Court will decide whether the city went too far.
There had been no complaints against Catholic Social Services, and no same-sex couple had ever approached them, but if one did, they would help them to find an agency who could serve that family and help them on their foster care journey.
Of the 24 private agencies in Philadelphia's foster care network, Catholic Social Services is the only one that says it would deny applications from same-sex couples as a matter of faith.
Even because there's other organizations doesn't mean that one should be allowed to discriminate against a particular community.
Why freeze them out at a time when you have so much need?
There's LGBTQ youth in the system, and I think it sends a very strong message to them that they're supported and protected as children, but as adults their right would be discriminated against.
Caught in the middle are at-risk Philadelphia children and teens. There are currently 4,300 kids in the city's resource homes, including nearly 1,900 with foster families. About 300 children are in group facilities awaiting placement.
We have kids dying in the street every single day. Multiple. And you want to fight about who can foster a child? My God, let's get past that.
Retired cop Kevin Bernard and his wife Patti recently became foster parents for the first time, taking in a 5-month-old baby girl from a family with close ties to their church.
We don't really know what the outcome's going to be. We don't know if she's going to be with us for 2 years, for a year and a half, forever. We don't know what's going to happen.
What's it take to be a good foster parent?
I would say, have love and patience. There's such a need for people that have a heart to help the children to be involved in the system.
Was that a difficult?
Paige and Shannon Davis have been sharing their love with Philadelphia foster kids for 7 years, taking in 10 children and teens while raising a son of their own.
We don't call them foster kids. They're our kids. As soon as they come to our home, they're kids. They're our kids.
The Davises say having same-sex parents in the foster system is critical. Studies show LGBT young people are disproportionately in need of foster care, and that many who were removed or ran away from foster placements did so because of a caregiver's hostility toward their sexual orientation or gender identity.
We could have been that intermediate between a child transitioning into their adulthood and into their own identity and show them that it's safe. We wanted to be there for those children in order to do that. I'm not a lawyer, but I say this. Catholic Services, they signed a contract. The contract specifically states that you're going to include all type of families.
But after nearly 200 years of Catholic Social Services working with children and families in Philly, some wonder whether the move to cut ties over their beliefs on homosexuality is fair and constitutional.
There's freedom. There's both sides. There's two sides of freedom, right? And this country was founded on religious freedom. And as such, you should be able to help where you can help and still practice your faith. And so if the church wants to help, but they can't do it in another area, then there should be somebody that can help those people also do that.
I grew up Catholic. My wife grew up Christian. We still go to church on Sundays. We take our son. We're a member, part of our Catholic community here in Philadelphia. However, everyone is entitled to their beliefs. However, this is about the children. This is not about what we do behind closed doors. So for you to add or eliminate families based on them being same-sex is eliminating a potential loving home for a child.
Yes.
With her case before the Supreme Court, Sharonell Fulton awaits a decision at her now quiet North Philly home. The trees her foster children planted still blooming as a source of hope.
If Catholic Social Services loses the case and the city's rules are upheld, would you continue fostering with another agency?
No, I would not, because at this age and in my life, I don't want to start all over again with somebody else's rules and regulations who don't respect my religious values. And I believe in that, what I'm saying. So no, it would be difficult for me.
For ABC News Live, I'm Devin Dwyer in Philadelphia.
It is indeed all